Hey everyone, Kerry Daigle. Today, we want to share a great company to you that's offering what I call the GOAT of whole food in a capsule with 48 published studies that you're going to learn more about in just a minute. Our job is to empower you to build your own business by offering the highest quality product in all of direct sales while earning a rewarding income through our distribution system. Now, today, we are offering you an opportunity to learn how you can benefit from the Juice Plus company. Our keynote speaker, Janet Rodgers, is a registered nurse from Mississippi originally, but lives in Memphis, Tennessee now. Now, she was born and raised in Mississippi. In fact, she likes to refer to herself as Miss Delta Form Girl. I like to call her Miss Delta Juice Plus Queen because she's really been very informative and very helpful for many of us within the Juice Plus company. She has a passion for wellness. She has a passion for health. And how it relates to nutrition. She's taken that passion and her professional background in nursing to teach and educate many people in the last 20 years. Yes, you heard me correctly, 20 years. Today, she holds an executive sales position in a 50-year-old billion-dollar sales company, the Juice Plus Company. Now, after her 4 children were born, Janet quit full-time nursing to become a full-time stay-at-home mom. You're going to learn more about that in just a minute. She was introduced to the Juice Plus Company in 2004 and immediately said yes for not only herself and her family, but for a lot of people that she's very close to. She said yes to the product line, and she said yes to the business. I love this quote that Janet has. Her quote is her favorite quote is this. She says, "You dress up and care for the outside all you want, but if you're ignoring what you are doing for the inside, your quality of life will be lacking." Janet, I'll turn it over to you.
Well, thank you, Kerry, and I welcome all of you on this morning. I'm so glad you're joining me. It's freezing here in Memphis. We've all of a sudden hit the hit the winter, so I'm warming up as I sit here. But I am so happy to join y'all, and I want to talk to you about one of my favorite subjects and why I chose to become a product user of the Juice Plus products and then also join the company, partner with the company. But in order to do that, I need to share with you just my personal story at first. Some of you may be a customer on here and you're just wanting to learn more and learn about our company. Some of you are already with our business and are possibly just doing a little bit and would like to do more. So I hope that you are just encouraged by the time we get off when you hear what I saw, as Kerry said, 20 years ago. So I was a stay-at-home mom, as Kerry said. I had worked prior to that as a registered nurse in cardiac nursing and gastroenterology with GI patients. And I saw a lot of disease. I saw a lot of cancer. I saw a lot of people who were really sick. But the only thing I had been taught to do in nursing school was give them medication. And I honestly thought that was all there was to do. I thought that was the answer, and that's the way you live in our society. But I also had the privilege of growing up on a farm, as Kerry said, in the Mississippi Delta, and didn't realize that many years later that experience of growing up on the farm and watching my mother have this huge garden every year with all these fresh vegetables, which is all I had growing up. I don't even remember us having a store-bought vegetable except for lettuce. And so we ate fresh vegetables year-round, and it was amazing. And I lived in a little town. Actually, I lived outside of the town. Town was 2,500 people, and that was my world. I was in a bubble, let me tell you. I had my first fast food hamburger from McDonald's after I left home to go to nursing school. I was 18 years old and had never had a fast food hamburger. So that is the life that I lived. And all of a sudden, I ended up in a city the size of Memphis. After nursing school, I married. 4 years later, I started having children, and I had four, two girls, two boys, and our life got very busy. We became very involved in sports. We became very involved in church. And if you've ever had, several kids, and I had four who played sports, you know how busy your life can be. Well, I wasn't real happy with what I was seeing happening in my family because I knew better. I had been raised better, as I said, eating a lot of fresh produce. I couldn't do that in the city. I couldn't have a garden where I lived. And so I didn't know what to do about it. I just thought, well, we'll take vitamins. And I quickly saw that wasn't the answer because I knew we weren't absorbing them. All right. Just to be blunt, you could tell by the urine, the color of it, the odor, we were not absorbing them. So I quit that because it was a hassle to make them take them. So I was just doing the best I knew to do. I was getting in them what I could at night when I tried to cook dinner, but we were gone a lot from home. We had games, we had practices. And so I saw the whole world around me like this. I wasn't the only mom that was struggling. And I want to tell you that in nursing school, I didn't have a lot of nutrition courses. So I was very uneducated about the power of nutrition. I was very uneducated about the power of plants and what they could do in your life. Even though I had grown up eating them, I didn't know the power of plants. I didn't know about all the beautiful phytochemicals in plants and the antioxidants. I didn't understand all that. I just knew what a vitamin would do. And vitamins were created back in the early 1900s. There's not been a new vitamin created since like 1930 something. And at the time, they were all made for diseases like scurvy and rickets, and it wasn't like a preventative thing. So I began to have this mental crisis and this mom guilt about how can I feed my family better. And in 2004, a friend of mine who is an optometrist in Louisiana showed up in Memphis for a conference. And I haven't seen him in a long time. And I didn't even see him that day. He just dropped off some information at my house and said, "You might want to look at this. I know you and the four kids are busy, and this might be a great solution for you with their health." And honestly, I just threw the information on my desk and said, it's just another product. It's just another one of those out there. I'd already been approached by several other companies about their products. And I looked at them and I just thought, it's a waste of time. It's what's the difference? It's just so much of this out here now. How do you know what's real? And as I I put it off. Like I let the information lay there for about a month. And one day I thought, you know what? He kept following up with me and asking me very gently and kindly, had I looked at the information? So I decided, okay, Janet, go ahead and do this so you can tell him that you did. And I listened to several health professionals, a doctor, a biochemist, and a dietitian. And I listened to what they had to say about this product called Juice Plus. Well, first of all, it wasn't a juice you had to drink because I knew I didn't want that. And the more I listened, the more I was not just whelmed, I was overwhelmed by the information. And what I saw is it's just food. It was vine ripened, whole food, just like my mother's garden. And I could get this into my children and myself easily. I could get it into them daily. I could get it into them whether we're traveling or at home. It fit our busy life. And that was what was important to me, that it would be convenient and easy. And one of my children, my oldest one, was in college. So I had one in college, two in high school, and one in middle school. They were 13, 15, 17, and 20. And so I began to look at the product. I began to read more. And as I listened to those videos, the things that drew me to Juice Plus was, first of all, it was backed by enormous amount of research. At the time, it was like 25 studies that were published in peer-reviewed journals. Today, we have 48 published studies. And I don't know how many of you understand how that is unheard of. It is unheard of for most products you see on the market to have any studies at all. And it's really unheard of for the studies to be on human beings and not rats and mice. So, as a nurse, I knew that this was not the norm and this was exceptional. Well, what the studies showed me was what all it would do when it got into the body. But the main thing was is that we would absorb it. It wouldn't be like what I saw going on with the multivitamins. And so that excited me because if you're not absorbing it, what does it matter? So as I listened more to the information and educated myself, I saw all the things that it would do for us, and especially, protecting the immune system and decreasing inflammation, um, giving my children what they need, giving myself what I need. At the time, I was 46 years old then. I had a lot of friends who were being diagnosed with cancer, especially breast cancer and colon cancer, and a lot of autoimmune disorders. That really concerned me because as a nurse, I didn't see that in nursing school. And a lot of the autoimmune disorders we have today weren't even in my nursing school books back then. They have been named since then. So, what I saw, not only with myself, but children developing type 2 diabetes, now it's juvenile diabetes, was that we were getting sicker as America, as a country. We weren't getting better in spite of all the drugs. And I wanted a solution. I wanted to give my children and myself the best chance possible to have the best life and the greatest health. And so, as I continued to look at the product, I fell in love with the studies. I fell in love. I saw the universities where they were done, which are world class medical universities like Yale and Harvard and the University of Florida and Cambridge and many cancer institutes, and it just overwhelmed me. Vanderbilt, which is right up the road for me, it just overwhelmed me because I knew that if they did the studies on this product, that what they printed would be the truth. Because you're not going to print a lie or what somebody tells you to print if you already have a great reputation. And of course, these medical universities have an outstanding reputation. So I knew I could trust the science. But what I also saw was that the product was clean. I knew my mother's garden wasn't clean. We had crop dusters flying over every Saturday morning, so I knew that wasn't the case. And vine ripened, like I said, but this was clean. This was kosher approved. But not only just clean from herbicides and pesticides, but it had an NSF certification, which meant that what we say is on the label is in the product, and there's nothing hidden in the product that's not on the label. That meant everything to me because I knew that there were things that you could hide in products like growth hormones and steroids and things, especially for athletes. And I had a very athletic family that was not good. So, not only clean, kosher approved, non GMO, all the things that you look for. So, I also love the fact that they offered a Healthy Starts program where my children could get it for free if you're between the age of 4 and 25. Well, I had 4 children. Now, 2 of them qualified for that. And then I had to buy it for the other 2. I sponsored one and their dad sponsored the other. Now, we actually had more that qualified, but we could only sponsor one each. So we bought their Juice Plus. I knew I wanted the whole family on it. So I was buying quite a bit of Juice Plus. And I decided, you know what? I would love to be a part of this company because I so believe in this product. Let me tell you, I was so excited. When I finished listening to that information, it didn't take me 10 minutes to decide. I wanted this for my family. And as a registered nurse, I knew that this was world class. There was nothing on the market like this anywhere. And I fully endorsed it and wanted to share it with my friends and my family. I wanted them to know about what I had found because you know what? I wasn't the only one living that busy, crazy life with a family and not eating properly. So this really helped us bridge the gap between what we knew we should eat and what we really were eating. So it met my family's needs totally, and we got started right away. Well, I want to talk to you a little bit about the company because I wasn't looking for a business. That was the last thing I needed. I was super busy. I didn't really think I had time to work anything else into my schedule. But you know what? This business is about sharing, and it's about just talking to people, and it's about relationships that you already have with people and that people you will meet in the future. So I just started sharing with the moms around me. I started sharing at the games. I started sharing at the practices. I was sitting out there for hours and we would get into a conversation. And so, health or lack of health, or bad food, bad diets, my child's a picky eater, all these things come up in conversation if you just listen and start asking good questions, but mainly let them talk. So I got to share with them what I had found and what was working for us and what was so exciting for me. Because over a period of time, you know what I saw? I saw my children craving healthier food. And the junk food that they loved was slowly going out of their diet. And let me tell you, for a teenager, that's unbelievable to watch that transition happen. And I saw it. They wanted the healthier food and they quit going through the drive-through so much. So I saw that for $52, I could join this company. It was low overhead, basically no risk at all. And I had a lot of support. The support with this company is unbelievable. You will never lack support. I had so many people I could turn to with a text message or a phone call and say, I have a question, or can you help me? What do I say to this person? And it was there. We have a plethora of healthcare professionals. We have a lot of YouTubes. We have a lot of videos. And so the support to back you up with the business and sharing the product is there. I love the fact that I got to choose how much I wanted to work. I love the fact that there was no set quota for me monthly, because I got to work this around my schedule. And some months I might could do a lot, and some months I might not could do so much, but there was no quota. So I didn't have to worry about that. So the pressure was off there. I just shared as I did life. Okay. I didn't set aside this time to this time. I just shared while I was out and about and meeting people and talking to people. And it definitely first started off with my friends and my family and the moms at school and the relationships that I already had. What I also love is that I learned, and if you know anything or if you've looked into any other companies, you know that with a lot of companies, if you don't maintain a certain amount of volume, you have to start over. And with this company, all positions are permanent. So I didn't feel the pressure to have to hit a certain amount every month. It was all about sharing and relationships. There was no ceiling on income. You can make as little as you want. If you just want to do a little bit, share just with a few family and friends, that is great. That's actually how I started out, thinking I was just going to cover the cost of my own product. And then the more I shared, the more excited I got, because I saw my friends having results and I saw their children getting better and I saw the family's health getting better. And it just made me want to share more. And it is a feeling that I can't describe to you when you see a family's health turn around for the better and you know you had a part in that. There is no better feeling. And that's one reason I love this company and I love to share Juice Plus. So it's up to you how much you want to make. We have some serious income earners in this family. We have some in this company. We have some 6-figure a month income earners. So believe me, it's up to you what you want to do. There is no ceiling on what you can make. We're in 27 countries. Wow. So it's a global business. You can take it wherever you want to. And the same office that you do for the United States, where you will manage your business, is the same office you use for global business. It was a keyboard business. I love that. And what do I mean by that? It's a business that allows you to operate from anywhere. If you have a phone, you're in business. You can go anywhere. I just spent a week in California with my daughter, helping her move, and it was a super busy week, but I had my phone with me. I never felt like I could not tend to my customers. I couldn't share Juice Plus with somebody if I wanted to. I couldn't send them a quick video. If you have your phone, you're in business. You don't have to stock any product. That was huge. I actually, before I was introduced to this product, I was approached by a friend who wanted me to look at another company, and actually two friends, but they required that you stock product and you sell out of your house and you deliver it. We don't have any of that. The company takes care of everything. You have your own personal website. People will go to it. They will order from it. And they also will get their own personal account for their customer portal where they will manage their own account. And that is so great because they have control over their order. So your part, my part, and what I saw that excited me, because remember, I was a very busy mom with 4 teenagers, was that I just shared. I was the messenger. I shared the message of good health, the message of hope. Here's what I found, and here's why I love it. And here's why, as a nurse, I endorse it because I've never seen anything like this. I want to just go back and talk to you a minute about the products real quick. Basically, we're all a plant-based company. All of our products are plant-based. We have fruits, we have vegetables, and we have berries. These are all in a capsule. They're plant powders in a capsule. And this is over 30 different fruits and vegetables and berries that I get and my children get, and now my grandchildren get every single day. All right. We also have a plant-based omega, and it is not just omega-3, but it's the whole spectrum. I didn't know, you may not know that there are actually 5 different omegas, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. But guess what? It's all plant-based. They don't use fish. They go straight to the algae, which is where the fish get their omega from. So you don't have that gross fishy taste or fishy burp. Those omegas are good for brain health, bone health, skin health, heart health. They are so important. We also have 2 plant-based protein drinks. We have Complete and Perform. The Complete is 14 grams of protein and 7 grams of fiber. So it's more high fiber. The Perform has 25 grams of protein. So this is a higher protein drink, but low in fiber. So you get to really have your choice about what meets your need the most. They're both very delicious. You can mix them with whatever, water, plant-based milk. You can throw in other berries. You can throw in spinach. They're very versatile, and I highly recommend you use it for a pre-post workout drink. You use it for a meal substitute. And then our last product is Luminate, which is our newest product, again, plant-based. This company has a focus, their product focus is plants, okay? And they are continually looking into coming out with other products in the future that are going to be great, maybe for gut health or women's health. We are excited about the future because there are so many needs right now in our country because we're so sick. This right here is really a great drink. I hate to call it an energy drink because I don't like to mix it up with the nasty energy drinks on the market, but it basically is food for your brain. It has nootropics and adaptogens, and what that means is the herbs and the plants that are in here give you great mental boost, mental clarity, less brain fog, more focus, and tiny bit of caffeine in it. But let me just tell you, it is an amazing product to give you that, I am ready to work. I am ready to focus. It is a game changer. And you mix it with water. It's a little packet that you mix with water. So that is our product line. It's small, but that's great because we try to stay in one lane, and that lane is plant powders. So I want to just finish telling you my personal story about why I'm so glad that I looked in to joining this company, and I didn't hold back. At the time that I was introduced to Juice Plus, I was living a very nice, comfortable lifestyle. I had a stay-at-home mom, had a beautiful home, I had a vacation home. I really didn't lack for anything. Had my children in the private school I wanted them in, a Christian private school, and life was really good. And then one day it wasn't, and I found myself going through a divorce. And I had been with this company 5 or 6 years, I think. Let's see, 5 years. And I had just been adding customers, and gradually growing a business, but I wasn't real serious about making a huge full-time income on a part-time basis. So you can make a full-time income on a part-time basis. I wasn't really doing that because I didn't need to. So I thought. And one day I found myself in a situation where I've got to think about my future. Well, as I pondered and I went through all that, I realized that what I was already doing could be my answer. I could continue to stay home. I was taking care of my mother at that point. I could continue doing that. I could continue to have flexibility. I could continue to share my passion, which was health, and impact a lot of people along the way. I was bringing in people that wanted to do the same, and we were impacting even more lives. So I was helping other people share also. And what also I needed from going through a divorce was I needed medical insurance. And this company provides a very nice benefits package, very comparable. Honestly, I live here in Memphis with FedEx. This package beats FedEx. It is an amazing benefits package when you reach the top level of the company. And I thought, you know what, Janet, that's what you got to do. Just keep doing what you're doing, but do more of it. Talk to more people, share with more people from your heart, develop relationships, and you can have the income, you can have the benefits, and you can have your insurance taken care of. That was super important to me at the time because previous in my way back, I had a pretty serious health condition that would probably make it very hard for me to get health insurance. And pre-existing conditions were relevant at that time and could keep you from getting health insurance. And this health insurance with this company did not. So it really was, my answer was right in front of me, but wonder if I had not embraced that when I did. I embraced this company and this business at a time when I didn't really have to, but I just wanted to, pay for some of my product. I thought, well, I'll get some money back on that. And then I just started the sharing more and more. And so it doesn't have to be divorce. And I think that's what I want to leave with you today. There's so many things that happen in our world, and especially this day and time. It could be sudden death. People find that all the time happening in their life. It could be disability or death of the primary income earner in your family. It could be downsizing. Your company could downsize and lay off people, lay off tomorrow. I mean, that happens in our world daily. Companies go out of business. Companies are not relevant anymore. I mean, we hear it. We hear it daily. So this was a place that I could stay, continue doing what I loved, which was inspiring healthy living around the world. And nobody could fire me. Nobody was going to let me go. And this company is 50 years old. And it's, as Carrie said, a multi-billion-dollar business. It's stable. It's not going anywhere. It's been around a long time. And I love that because, this happens to my friends all the time. They wake up and their position is gone. The company decided to sell out. The company decided to fold. And they're left going, what do I do? So I just want to encourage you, whether you feel like you need a sideline income or not, it's always smart to start a side gig or something that's going to give you some residual income. And residual income is income that pays over and over monthly from what you sold even a year or two ago. And that's what the Juice Plus company provides, is residual income. I also want to say, and this is not a political statement, but right now and in the future, you've heard the slogan, Make America Healthy Again. Our message is getting out there. Our message is going to be even louder and clearer because we're getting ready to have someone in office that wants to make America healthy again. They want to get the chemicals and the preservatives and the toxins out of our food and out of our water. And he's going to be encouraging that we eat right. Okay. But honestly, what I found was, who does it? Who can eat 9 to 13 servings a day? I can't. My children don't. I don't know anybody that can eat 9 to 13 servings of vine ripened fruits and vegetables every day. And consistency of that is how you stay well. You can't just do it every once in a while and expect to not stay well. So I truly believe that not only do we have the best product in the world, we are the GOAT. We are the original plant powder in a capsule product out there. There's going to be copycats, but nobody has been around over 30 years with this product. Nobody has the amount of research we have. We are the GOAT. We are the original. And this is a company that is stable, it's lasting, and it's fully supportive. The last thing I want to leave you with is one of my favorite parts of this, and I think is so important, is the community. And that's why I stay. That's one of the biggest reasons why I stay. I love the community. I love sharing healthy living, but through this company and this business, I have made so many relationships with people that I did not know before this, who have become like family to me. And when I tell you we have the best time, we go to our conferences. We have 2 a year, international conferences. We see each other. It's like a family reunion. And I never knew I needed more community. I thought my life was full of so many friends, and I did have that. But this is on a whole nother level that I can't even describe to you. The support is unbelievable in this community. So I want to encourage you to join us. Come and share healthy living with those you love, even if it's just a few people. Wouldn't it feel good to know that you had a part in their life with their family and their loved ones getting healthier? What have you got to lose? $52 to join. It's no risk. And we will be there to support you and help you all the way. So, Mickey, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Janet, so much. And what Janet said about the community is so real. You know, I would never have known Janet. I still want to say Janet Miller, but she's Janet Rodgers. And that's how over the years you stick with one name. But Janet's actually still a newlywed. I'll say she's still a newlywed. And so her name has changed on me. And, you know, old habits are hard to break. So she's Janet Rodgers. But, you know, with this community, that's what happens. I mean, Janet has become like a sister to me, not a business partner. And, you know, I love her dearly. And when I hear her speak about our products and our business, our company, I hear the heart. It comes from the heart, you know, and that's what's so important with what you do today. If you're in a position where you can, your job, what you do every day, your income is something that you can do with passion, something that you can do with love, that you love it. You wake up in the morning and you're happy to do what you do. So that's what I'm hearing from Janet. Way back in 2000 and what you said 4, I think it was 2004, when she started, she saw a need for her family with a product. But today she see, you know, and after that, 5 years later, the need for this business changed dramatically. So you never know what's going to go on in your life, as Janet said. Don't ever take, you know, your life for granted. Always be looking at what else could happen, because things could happen. Life happens. Unfortunately, it keeps on going, but life does happen, and it's not always the easy things that go on. So, you know, pay attention to what Janet said today, and give some thought to what our company has to offer. It's just something that we do, and we love. My husband and Carrie and I have been in this company 35 years, and we love what we do. We can't even imagine retiring. So take a look and just get your questions answered. Thank you, Janet, for a wonderful presentation. We're going to close for now.